What up, peeps? Welcome to today's vlog. Today is Easter, so happy Easter to everyone who is celebrating. Abby and I had like a barbecue, hamburgers and hot dogs lunch with Abby's parents, and now Abby is chilling, and I'm going to head to the store. I need to basically, I'm at the point with the website where I need to connect it to the inventory software. And I believe that once I do that, I can then work on a little bit more. I should be able to kind of like edit what the product pages are going to look like and like the categories and all that. So I'm gonna head to the store to do that. Don't know exactly how long I'm gonna be there because that's pretty much all I have to do. And here's Aria, sunbathing. You having a good time, Aria? Oh, she's so sweet. I don't know if you guys can hear her, but she's purring. Thank you. Bye, Aria. So I got everything linked up. The website is now communicating with the inventory system, but I haven't uploaded anything yet. There's a way to upload certain categories, I guess. So I still have to do that, but I also figured out how to add in photos, and I've been working on this a lot, but we got a question the other day asking if the website will show whether something is complete or missing a manual or whatever it is. Basically, yes, but it should be simple for you guys to see. But for me, on our end, it is taking a lot of work. This is a very new integration from this inventory software to this e-commerce platform, and there still are things to work out, of course. So it's not perfect, but so one of the issues is that in our system, each SKU can have two different conditions. And typically for us, for disc-based stuff, that's going to mean if they're basically, you can have an item, and then you can have a regular item, or you can add a condition note to that item. It's a little checkbox, and they can each have different prices, but they have the same title. So the problem is, when you upload that stuff to the website, it just shows one item. It might show the different prices, but it's not going to, like, we know that the condition note means that it doesn't have a manual, but it's not going to say that. And the other problem with that is if we only have one copy of the game and it doesn't have a manual, you won't have two prices to compare to. So obviously you would know the cheaper one is the one with no manual, but if we only have one copy, you're not going to know. So what we're trying to do, and I don't know exactly how it's all going to work out yet, but basically I'm trying to get it to work. But I have also learned how to attach photos to the items, and like I said, we're just going to be using stock photos. There's no way we're taking pictures of every single item that comes in and putting that in. That would be impossible. If we are putting like a $400 cartridge on the website or something, we might add a photo to something like that, but we're not doing it for everything. There's just no way it's going to happen. It is quite a process to add photos. Basically, whatever the SKU is, which in our system, we're using the UPCs. So you basically have a folder where you put all the photos, and you have to title the photo what the UPC is, and then it has to be a JPEG. And then when it uploads that item with that UPC to the website, it will look for a photo that matches that UPC, and it'll use that photo. So that part is very simple, but it's going to be a long process to get all the photos and then title them all with the UPC. Imagine trying to do that for the entire PlayStation 2 library, for example. That would be 1,800 different photos that you not only have to find, you have to make sure that they are JPEGs. Ideally, you would make sure that they're all the same size, and then you have to copy and paste the UPC from that game as the title for every single one. And not to mention, there are player's choice versions, there are special editions, there are things like that where you might want that other photo. So, you know, a player's choice version of a game and a Black Label copy of a game sometimes have two different UPCs. So that 1800 PS2 games might be 2500 PS2 games once you've done all that stuff. Who knows? So obviously I'd like to try to work on that, but it's going to take quite a long time to get it completed. I will probably focus on just, one or two, one system at a time, probably do like N64 first because that's my favorite. But PS2, I mean, I'd probably never get done with that. It would take so long. So you're probably just going to get like a basic, like no picture available stock image type thing for a lot of the stuff, at least at the beginning. But I will be trying to add it as we can go along. And I'm still just trying to figure everything out. Like I said, it's a long process. We are probably looking at a week to 2 weeks at the very minimum before we can get the website up and going. We don't necessarily have to have the entire inventory done before we put it live. That would be ideal, obviously. But even if we just had, original Xbox, GameCube, Xbox 360, N64, Xbox One, PS4, Sega Dreamcast, Sega Saturn, Sega CD, Sega Master System, which that is what is done right now. It would be worth it to put the website live with just that and then add things as we can, but I would rather have everything go up at the same time. As soon as we announce it, everything's available. That's how I want it to go, so we're going to shoot for that. If it ends up taking way too long, then I'll probably consider uploading it without all the inventory being done. But for now, that's the plan. So, sorry for rambling. It is a lot to explain to basically say, I'm working on it. But I want you guys to know, I basically have been working 24/7 on this stuff. Aside from sleeping, I mean, we wake up in the morning and we come to the store. We wake up at 12, we get here by 1. We work, Ryan leaves at 8. Ryan gets here at 1 as well. Ryan leaves at 8, and then typically we stay here for another hour to 2 hours. And the reason we're staying is because I'm working on stuff still. And then we go home, I pull out my MacBook, and I start working on the website until I'm ready to go to sleep. That's basically what it's been for the past 4 or 5 days now. Personally, I am not really taking a lot of breaks. I'm just working on this stuff as much as I can because I really want to get it done. And, Abby and Ryan are taking breaks, obviously. I haven't even played Animal Crossing for the past 4 days because I've just been so focused on the website and working on this. Now, I think it's finally to the point where on the back end, I could upload, I'm going to try to do the Dreamcast, the Sega CD, and the Sega Saturn because it's all completed. And they're small enough libraries that I'm going to try to get them uploaded so that I can check out how it's going to work today and see what happens and then see what I need to tweak and how I can mess with the categories and the pages on the website and all that kind of stuff, which I'm very excited for. And I'll show you guys some previews when I can. I can't promise that's going to be today. We'll just see what happens. But I will give you guys some previews before the website goes live, at least, and kind of show you what it's going to look like and what I've done. And so I'm going to be working on this for just a little bit more here before I head back home. I think the majority of what I needed to do in the inventory software has been done now, so I should be able to do the majority of what's left just on my MacBook from home. But I am going to do some eBay shipping before I leave, and then we'll head back home. I'm about to head back home, but I just set up screen sharing stuff from the store's computer to my MacBook, so I can be at home and I can access the store's computer and log into the inventory software if I have to, because it's Windows only. I can't get it on my MacBook, but doing that, I'll be able to use it, which is awesome. I don't know that I'm going to need it very much for tonight, but it'll be handy to have. And I don't think it works if the computer goes to sleep, So just for tonight, I've set the computer to not go to sleep at all. The monitor will go to sleep, but not the actual computer. And I'm going to change that tomorrow. But I am waiting on the developer to get back to me with basically a login to make the inventory upload to the website. I was trying to wait until he got back to me so I could just do it here, then go home and mess with stuff, but looks like he's probably with another client or something. He's not replying. I did call him and he helped me with one thing, but then I texted him half an hour later and he hasn't responded. So if I leave and then he gets back to me, I wouldn't be able to do what I need to do until I come in here tomorrow. So with the team viewer, I can do it tonight, which will be awesome. So might give you guys some sort of little preview later. I don't know, but I will when I can. It is so nice out, guys. Man. And of course no one's out, obviously. But man, like the weather is just perfect right now. I'm out here with my t-shirt on, and it's not too cold, it's not too warm. There's a slight breeze. Man, I really wish all this stuff wasn't going on right now, but it is kind of nice to, you know, have a little bit of a break. I know a lot of people are struggling and everything, so I'm not trying to, you know, downplay that at all, but, you know, if you guys have an outdoor space where you can kind of, you know, hang out and spend some time outdoors, I mean, at least here in Vancouver, it's feeling pretty nice. Man, time to head home. So unfortunately, it looks like I'm not going to be able to give you guys any sort of preview of the website or anything today. We tried to get everything working, and unfortunately, it looks like I need to upgrade the computer at the store to Windows 10. We're on Windows 8 right now. The software is built for Windows 10, but up until now we haven't had very many issues. But it looks like getting everything ported over to Windows 10 is going to make it a lot easier to get everything updated on the website. So obviously that's a very important feature of this software that we need, so I'm going to have to do that. He said that he's upgraded plenty of computers for this specific reason already, and it asks for a license, but he said that he has done it plenty of times and it didn't have him input a license. So if we can just upgrade from 8 to 10, that'd be awesome. If I have to buy a license, I have to buy a license. Either way, we need to get it up and running. So that's going to be done tomorrow. But what I wanted to end off the vlog here to talk about are Animal Crossing Amiibo cards. And it's crazy right now. It is really, really crazy. Amiibo cards. These are what they look like. There's all these different characters. Basically, every character in Animal Crossing, or I assume at least most of them, have a card. So the cards look like this. So this is Robin. So if you want Robin to come to your Animal Crossing town in New Horizons, you have to scan this card a few times. They will come and visit, and basically you ask them to move in. You can also just play the game and not pick who comes to your town. You'll just get random animals coming and moving in. But if you want a very specific character, the best way to do it is to get one of these cards. And these cards came out for, I believe it was New Leaf originally. And they did like 4 or 5 main series of cards, and then they did like some other like offshoot ones, but of just the main line here, they started with number 1, and the latest card that I have is number 400, which you guys saw there was Robin. I also have 3 Amiibo Festival cards, but the reason I wanted to talk about these is because prices on these things are going crazy right now. And honestly, I did not expect them to get this high. I kind of had a feeling that the Animal Crossing cards would go up in price because of New Horizons coming out. And I actually checked on the cards, you know, like a month ago. And I was anticipating them maybe being worth a little bit more. And what I saw about a month ago was that no card was worth more than like $10. people were selling an entire set for a couple hundred or something like that, but you could buy the majority of the cards for under $10 shipped, with a lot of them being $4 shipped, something like that. They were super, super cheap. And I was just scrolling through Facebook earlier, and I saw an article from like Nintendo Life or one of those websites, and it was talking about the Animal Crossing Amiibo card prices, and they had some screenshots in there, and I was like, that's crazy. And I went and double checked, and yes, some of these cards are selling for what I saw up to $140 for a single card. And that, of course, depends on the character. It looks like one of the more popular characters is Bob, which is that blue cat. I'm pretty sure I have him in here. Let me see if I can find it here. Right there. Bob, number 18. He is selling for like $100 plus, which is just insane. And so my recommendation to you guys, I'm assuming the majority of people watching would never pay that much for one of these cards. They 100% guaranteed will go back down in price once the hype dies down. That is something that I would say 100% is guaranteed to happen. It always happens with stuff like this. There are so many of these cards out there that there's no way they're going to keep that price. There's way more cards out there than there are buyers at that price point. So they're going to go back down in price. So my suggestion to you guys is, if you have some of these cards, to look them up and maybe consider selling them. Because even if you want the cards, you could sell them now, wait till the prices go back down, and buy them back, and you'll still be ahead. So the prices that things are selling for are way higher than I expected them to be. Like I said, I was kind of expecting the prices to go up because of the new game, but I didn't expect them to go up this much. So I would definitely recommend selling some if you can, especially in this time where, you know, at least for most people, the money would really help. And I know that it would help for us, so that's what I'm doing right now. All these cards that I have here, these are from my personal collection, and I've decided to try to sell some of them. And I would definitely be interested in getting them back in the future, but I can't. I mean, I'm not even using them right now, so I can't justify letting what could potentially be over $1,000 worth of cards sitting here. This is an entire Series 1. Most of the expensive cards are in here. At least most of the, $80 and up cards. I think from what I was seeing online from eBay sold listings, there's maybe like 4 or 5 cards that are selling for $80 plus. And I believe every single one of them is in this set. This is a complete set. This is card number 1 through card number 100. So this is a 100 card set. That is Series 1. And then Series 2 I have here. This is not a complete set, but it's pretty dang close. Starting at 101 and ending at 199. I don't have card number, 200. Or no, sorry, I do. Card number 200 is part of set 3. But like right here, I don't have number 3. I have 1, 2, and then 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Don't have 11, and so on. So it's not a completely full set, but there's a ton of cards in here as well. And the crazy thing is that I thought that maybe only Series 1 would be the expensive one, because that is the only one that you couldn't still buy new packs of. Like when the New Horizons was first coming out, or right before it came out. Because I actually looked into buying some of the cards, like complete wholesale boxes, to sell at the store. And after looking at them, I was like, the profit's not that great, and I didn't do it. And I really wish now that I would have. So that kind of sucks. But I'm lucky that I have all these cards here in my collection. So that was Series 2. Series 3 starts at 200. The last card I have is 298. And so here is a complete Series 1. Here's my Series 3 stack. So you can see I don't have very many, probably over half. And then here's my Series 4 stack. Compared to Series 3, this is barely anything. I have number 302. I have number 400 in this one, which I guess would be the start of the next series. But yeah, I don't have a ton there. And then, like I said, I have the 3 Amiibo Festival cards, which these 3 cards in a lot are selling for like $20, which is insane because the stupid Amiibo Festival game isn't even worth that much. But yeah, so I am in the back here. I've got my filming lights set up so I can take some photos here and try to get these posted ASAP, because the longer that people know that they're worth money, of course, the more that are going to get posted, and that drives the price down. When you increase the supply, but the demand doesn't really change, of course, the price goes down, and everyone tries to be the cheapest, so they put it cheaper by $1, then the next person puts it cheaper by the $1, and so on and so forth. So if you have them, I recommend trying to sell them as quickly as you can. If you want to, of course. If you want to keep them and you want to use them, you know, of course, do that. But for me, I'm not using them, and I know that I could say that about anything in my collection right now, but these cards specifically, it's, you know, I had a lot of fun collecting Series 1, but by the time that I finished that one, they already had Series 3 out, and I just kind of lost interest in it. I kind of lost interest in Amiibos altogether. Abby bought a few of the Amiibos that have come out recently, but the last one that I bought was one of the, I don't know, we stopped at Detective Pikachu. When the Detective Pikachu Amiibo came out, that's the first new Amiibo that I didn't buy. And I haven't bought any since then. Like I said, Abby has bought a few, the Link's Awakening one and stuff, but they were just releasing them too fast, and that's how I felt about the Animal Crossing cards as well. You know, by the time I finished Series 1, I had 2 more series to work on already, and then Series 4 came out like 2 months later, and it's just way too much. They were basically, when you bought them new, they were basically $1 a card, but you bought them in a pack, so you'd have to spend, at the very minimum, $100 per set, and that's if you didn't get any duplicates at all, which of course you would. So back in the day, I joined a couple Facebook groups for Animal Crossing Amiibo card trading, and basically people would just trade one card for one card, and you would help people complete their sets like that. So what I did is I think I spent about $40-ish, $40 or $50 on packs originally, and then traded all my duplicates and finished my set that way. Obviously I have more cards than that, so I did buy more of the later packs as well, but I just kind of lost interest in it because they were releasing them too quickly, and it's too expensive to try to get them all. So right now prices are crazy. If you have them and you don't want to use them, I would definitely recommend getting rid of them. I guarantee you'll be able to buy them back at a later time much, much cheaper. Who knows how long these prices will stay? I just learned about it today. But within, you know, by the end of tomorrow, there could be 1,000 new listings per card, you know, if people realize they're this expensive right now. Because like I said, there are tons of these out there. I mean, just Bob alone. Bob is one of the expensive ones. There are probably tens of thousands of Bob cards out there, if not more. So if you want to make some money right now, which I'm sure some of you guys, that would help, definitely look into this. That's what I'm doing right now. So with that said, guys, I'm going to go ahead and end the vlog here. I got to take these pictures, go post as many as I can before I pass out, and then we're heading back to the store tomorrow. So guys, thank you so much for watching. I really hope you enjoyed today's video. Don't forget to smack the like button, leave a comment down below, and subscribe, and I'll see you guys again tomorrow.